listening to The Howard Stern Show. Let's return to The Howard Stern Show.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do some news. If you will.
I certainly will. Hillary Rodham Clinton, her name...
Rodman.
Her name has become synonymous with trouble in the White House. Lately, every new revelation about the Whitewater investigation has something to do with Hillary. Now she's being subpoenaed by a grand jury to testify about the fact that some billing documents from her law firm that had been subpoenaed by the Whitewater Committee eventually showed up in private quarters at the White House after being missing for about 2 years or something. So now she has to go before a grand jury and answer questions as to whether there was an attempt to cover up.
Well, I spoke about this early in the morning, Robin, that this is very serious. It really is. And I'll tell you something. There are those people who are supporters, as I used to be before Hillary and her husband ignored my request to stop with the FCC and disregard these $1.7 million in fines. But they didn't see fit to step in. They weren't worried about the First Amendment. They were worried about other nonsense, like getting rich. And, there have been critics of Senator D'Amato and the Whitewater hearings, and they've said, hey, it's wrong, it's a political vendetta, it's this and this and the other thing. But
it's taking too long, let it go away now.
But it seems to me that, like what happened with Nixon, it wasn't so bad that Nixon, might have been involved in a break-in. That was not even so bad. If he had just come clean and said, look, I guess while these guys were working for me, a lot of stuff happened. I wasn't too clear on it.
He didn't break in.
Yeah, but I accept full responsibility. I think the American public would have forgiven him. What the American public hated about this Watergate and Nixon was the fact that once it got started, the guy was caught in a series of cover-ups. And I don't think there's a person alive doesn't believe that Hillary Clinton left those documents, these recently found documents that they've been searching for 2 years. Suddenly they appeared in a room that is only accessible by Hillary Clinton, her husband, and a butler.
Why can't they just be on a table? These are documents that everybody's been looking for quite some time, supposedly.
So now when Hillary Clinton goes in front of a grand jury, she's going to have to lie. She's going to have to say, I don't know how those documents got on a table.
Well, let's think of the best-case scenario, Howard, that she didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, you buy that?
No, but I just said maybe she didn't. Give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, like maybe I should give O.J. the benefit of the doubt. No, she knows where those documents are. This woman's a bright woman. She's a lawyer. They're used to keeping documents. They hold on to them.
Yeah, she probably doesn't lose very much, and if she does, somebody's head is rolling.
Yeah, and this is now more cover-up.
Well, yesterday she was on the Oprah Winfrey Show, and she said she's anxious to answer questions. She has nothing to hide. Here's Hillary Clinton.
Oh, is that right? You have actual tape of Hillary?
Yes. Do you know where they are?
Yes, I do. I'm a very organized man. There isn't a spot on here I can find anything. Here we go.
Answering questions is something that I am absolutely open to and want to do in every forum, any question anybody has.
Then she will be testifying before the Whitewater hearings? All of a sudden, she's absolutely, positively anxious to answer questions.
Come on this show and answer questions.
So anyway, she's still out hawking that book of hers that has to do with how to raise children or something.
There's an article in the paper today. It's a paper out of San Francisco, the San Francisco Chronicle, which says to people, they compare my book with Hillary Clinton's book. Mm-hmm. They're trying to say, well, her book is about children, mine's about me, And they try to offer readers a comparison so they'll know which book to buy.
Right.
It looks like my book...
There's some confusion between the two books?
Well, they're saying, hey, here's a buyer's guide. It's actually kind of a funny article.
Uh-huh.
And it says stuff like, the authors recall their past. Writes Hillary, I have spent much of the past 25 years working to improve the lives of children. Howard writes, when I was 7 years old, my mother gave me puppets, and within weeks I had puppet orgies in my basement for all my friends to see. See, that kind of stuff. Now, which book would you rather read? So there it is. And a lot of other stuff.
Well, maybe you'll read us a fact a day as to how your two books differ.
Yes, and believe me, they do.
Meanwhile, I was wrong. The president didn't give his State of the Union address last night. He'll be giving it tonight.
You know what else is funny with this Hillary Clinton? Here she wrote a book about kids, and it's an obvious ploy to,
reposition
herself. First ladies, that's what they're supposed to do, help kids and stuff like that.
Or plant trees.
Yeah, basically do nothing.
Yeah.
So she, was really involved in the White House. But once things start getting rough, you talk about kids. Now, no one can attack you when you talk about kids. It's the same thing when you hear, like this cuckoo bird, Reverend Wildman. He says, all this pornography on the radio and TV, we got to get rid of it for the children. No one can argue with that, the children. As soon as you say the children, it's of course, absolutely, the children. And I believe those are cuckoo words. Don't tell me about society has to be geared toward children. What is it? Oh, the whole country going to be Disneyland? Be a parent.
Well, if Hillary's been spending all of her life working to protect children, it's been a waste.
Yeah, because these children are not protected.
Look at what's going on.
Yeah. So anyway, now, her one big public relations move would have been to go to these book signings and sign some books. Instead, she didn't even sign the books.
No, she stamped. And I hear, from people who have been to the book signings, she still doesn't spend any time with anybody.
No.
They claim that she wasn't signing for security reasons and so she could spend more time with people on the line. But you're not spending any time with Hillary.
Now, by the way, I could just as easily support Mrs. Clinton right now and make you think completely opposite of what I've just said. Now you can't stand there, right?
You haven't swayed me.
Oh, well, you're different. I could take a whole different position on this and be just as convincing because I have no moral center. Now, let me tell you something.
You know what disappointed me about her?
Yeah.
That she had this idea of who she wanted to be.
Right.
And the moment she saw that other people didn't want her to be that, she stopped. So how much of a visionary is she?
Pile it on, baby. Because, let me tell you something. She and that husband of hers turned their backs on me, and I delivered a lot of votes, whether they want to recognize it or not. But we'll see what happens in the next election. I've had it with those two. Thanks for making my life miserable. And the way I twisted in the wind for a couple of years with this FCC, and I still haven't stopped twisting, by the way. Still have not. They're still on my ass. The way I twist in the wind, let Hillary twist in the wind. Go get him, Senator Al. God bless you.
Well, anyway, as I
begged him to do this.
The president will be giving his State of the Union address tonight, and the question is what kind of reception he's going to get. They're wondering if the Republicans will boo him because of all the problems with the budget. There's a deadline coming up once again so that money for government programs will be stopped because there is no budget in place, and Congress would have to enact another one of these stopgap measures to keep money flowing until they actually get a budget in place. They don't think that this time there will be a government shutdown because lots of congressmen have been receiving angry letters from their constituents upset that programs are interrupted, their checks are stopped, the services are not available. So they expect that you'll see another stopgap measure implemented. Christopher Reeve, the man who played Superman in the movies, went home yesterday back to his northern Westchester house. He had been in the hospital for a week of successful treatment for infections, erratic blood pressure, and constipation. He was brought by ambulance to the Cisco Hospital from his home in Pound Ridge on January 16th, suffering from a condition called autonomic dysreflexia.
This poor bastard can't even have an impacted bowel in peace. And that's the most embarrassing thing.
They say it's common for patients with high spinal cord injuries, Howard.
This guy, I don't know when he got to be the president of the United States, but they report on his every medical mishap. And believe me, this is the most exciting thing that's happened to him in months. You know that he spends his day staring at a wall blinking? And that's the activity, that's his exercise. And now, so he finally gets to go to a trip to the hospital where they're going to bend him over and unimpact his bowel. You know what he's got to look forward? He gets to go home now and blink his eyes again and look at the wall. While the whole country is rooting for him to doot on his own. Poor guy. These doctors, they're ghouls. They should have let the guy go. He could have had he was already dead, by the way. I hope you know that.
No, he wasn't.
And this doctor who was at the horse show saved him. He somehow held up his head or something so he could breathe. And now they got him hooked into all kind of crap.
He's such
Poor
a
bastard.
wheelchair, and he can read 90
come
minutes on his own.
Guy was gone. He was peaceful. He went out doing what he loved, jumping on that stupid goddamn horse that he probably curses every day and wishes was feeding dogs right now. Glue. Now, ironically, he can't even go to the bathroom.
All I know
At
is...
the bowel of George Burns.
What? It's not worth living unless you can move?
Yeah, I'd say. I would say so, yeah.
Your brain, it's functioning.
You imagine, do me a favor, hold your arms at your sides right now.
Yeah.
Hold your legs and just move your head a little. All day, that's what you do. At night.
I'm still here.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? What do you want to do?
I don't want to go.
Oh, by the way, you're breathing. Let me hook you to a machine just to make that even less fun. Feeling constipated, or you have no feeling down there?
I have no feeling.
So just think. You could be dying right now because you can't go to the bathroom and you don't know it.
You paint a dismal picture.
Ooh.
I'm sure his family is much happy to have him in this condition.
Yeah, they hang around with him all day and play charades in front of him.
Oh, you paint a bleak picture.
On Fridays, they change his hat. That's a big day. Friday's the big day in the family.
That's it.
Hey, Dad, want a new hat? Okay. Okay, DJ.
Life is always worth living.
Not if you're tacky. Let me take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Dennis Rodman really is a wild man. I'm just reading this interview in Playboy. He was asking for $15 million. He makes about $2.5 million. He wants $5 million at least a year. Says, I just want to get $5 million in the bank and then live on the interest and party my ass off. Yeah, who doesn't? And then he says, game used to be exciting because of Michael Jordan. He goes, but now he's the exciting guy. It's the Rodman Road Show.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to say when you're playing with a guy. I wonder if those guys like him over there. I probably should go over and check out what's going on.
Well, the thing that was interesting to me, because I was watching the news just before we went out last night, and they do a story about the Bulls being in town because they're going to play the Knicks in Madison Square Garden, and they get Michael Jordan, and they're talking to him. And never in the history of Michael Jordan interviews over all these years have I ever seen them ask him about another player unless it was on an opposing team.
Right.
Like, what do you think of, Shaquille O'Neal? Can you do whatever? Now they ask him, oh, what do you think of Dennis Rodman? How is it to play with him?
Right.
And I said, well, that's interesting that Michael Jordan now has to answer Dennis Rodman questions.
Yeah, I guess he's got the whole agenda in his court. Hey, talking about O.J., I know you're going to bring up O.J.
Yes.
The funniest thing that I have read so far about O.J. is that, and you brought this up yesterday in the news, so I'm not telling you anything new, that O.J., out of all the networks, out of everyone he could have chosen, he chose the Black Entertainment Network to interview him.
Yes.
And then the Black Entertainment Network said, by the way, just in case you people are thinking about this, he didn't choose us because we're black.
What did he choose them for?
I don't know. He said because he just did.
He doesn't choose them.
He said, we didn't choose us because we're black. Now, this is probably a bigger lie than O.J. didn't kill Nicole and Ron. It's a toss-up, which is a bigger lie, am I right? Of course.
What balls?
What balls is unbelievable. I mean, I'm reading them every day. They go, we've been going after Mr. Simpson since day one, the Black Entertainment Network said, putting in our request and calling people who knew him and were affiliated with the trial, etc. I mean, certainly we heard the whispers that perhaps he chose us because we'd be more lenient because we're an African-American network. But I would venture to say that that was way down on Mr. Simpson's decision scale.
Have they already interviewed him? They know why he chose to interview with them?
But here's a quick funny story from one of our listeners before you launch into your O.J. stuff, because you'll like this. So this guy went and drove by O.J.'s house. You're from Los Angeles, I take it, right? Whoops.
Hello?
Thought I had this all lined up, but let's see. Hi. Are you from Los Angeles?
No, I'm from New York.
Oh, you were out in Los Angeles.
And I was out there on business, and
when was this?
When was this? 2 Saturdays ago.
Okay.
And you drove out by O.J.'s house?
I was driving down Sunset, and I figured I'm driving through Brentwood. Let me go see O.J.'s house.
Right.
So I see Rockingham, and they have a big concrete divider blocking the street off so you can't go down it.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a mailman. I say, how do I get to O.J.'s house? So she gives me the back route to O.J.'s house.
Yeah.
Pull up in front of it.
This is good. I like that people hassle O.J.
Oh,
yeah.
sure. You have to. So pull up in front of his house, and there's a crowd of people standing outside. It's like the friggin' White House.
Right.
People are taking pictures, smiling, and all kinds of Orientals around with cameras. Everything.
Good. I love when the Orientals go there.
So just as I pull up, the gate opens up, and there's O.J. He's standing there. He's letting the car out. And
he's weird, O.J. Like, O.J. tries to go on and act like nothing has happened.
Right. Like there aren't people watching him.
You had to see him smiling and grinning and waving like he was the president.
Yeah, well, he's happy. He's a star again.
So there's people standing, everybody's rifling questions at him. And so I figure I'll ask him a question. He's not answering any. He's ignoring everyone.
Right. People are yelling stuff to him, but he doesn't say anything.
So I said, what do you think of Howard Stern? He turns, and I was maybe 20 feet from him. He turns and looks right at me. He goes, he's in F&A Hall.
Really?
Really?
And it was the only...
You mean, I'm in F&A Hall and he murdered 2 people?
The only question he answered.
Really?
Very interesting story.
You mean, I'm in A-hole and he murdered 2 people, so what's he?
Makes him a bigger a-hole.
Right.
I'm not saying you're an a-hole. Let me tell you, he had a bunch of very mean-looking white guards, like, peering over the wall the whole time I was there.
Yeah, what white man or black man would sit and protect him?
All white guys. Well, he's probably paying him big bucks.
Yeah, big deal.
Hey, Robin, let me say something before I have to hang up. Dennis Rodman, good basketball player, but the guy is not the sharpest tool in the tool shed. you got to agree with me there. This guy is not too bright.
You're saying he's not bright?
Did you test him?
And you think he is?
Well, have you ever been out on a date with him?
I would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Robin actually got to talk to the guy. She tells me he's pretty intelligent. Believe it or not.
I told you that?
I find it
That's what you told me. You told me that privately. You said he had a lot going on.
I did.
Guy's got the IQ of a sponge.
Oh.
I'll fight him, too, if he wants to.
I'll fight him.
Hey, Howard, listen. O.J., guy had the hugest head I've ever seen in my life.
Big head, yeah. Big giant head.
He does have a big head.
It's a pumpkin head.
It's a pumpkin head.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
You seem like a guy who knows. How much would a head like that weigh?
A head like that would weigh a good 50 to 60 pounds.
Head alone.
Head alone, easily.
It'd be cool if someone cut off his head and then, they weighed it.
I always said to myself, I was such a hypocrite. I always said to myself, I'm watching a trial for the year or whatever, and I always said, if I ever see that guy, I'm just going to, give him the finger, tell him to jerk off, whatever.
Hey, when he called me an a-hole,
yeah,
you should say, hey, O.J., the last time we looked, Howard's wife still had her head attached.
Oh.
I should have said that.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I was going to say something. He pulled out a huge butcher knife out of the back of his pants.
Yeah.
And I said, no, thanks.
No, thanks.
I don't want to be next. Hey, Howard, let me ask you another question.
OJ, it's amazing. Hey, O.J., my wife still got her head. What about yours?
Well, obviously the guy doesn't care for you much, so I'd watch your butt.
Yeah. Let him come after me.
I'll let him come.
I'm no Ron Goldman, man. I'm a brown belt in karate.
Right, you know karate.
Yeah. I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I'll blow his ass up.
Go ahead.
I'm trained in Shotokan karate. I'm a master of Heian Shodan kata.
Really?
The first guy.
I'm a master of it. When I do it, people... Let me do a little for you right now, Robin.
You know what's funny? I'm
Wait a second, sir. I'm doing kata. Hold on.
He's showing me his technique here.
Boost! Heian Shodan!
That was one move? Oh, there you go.
How's that? What if he's deaf?
Yeah, because it's the sound.
I'm so out of breath.
Hey, Howard.
Kick his ass. Yeah.
You tell Jackie, F Jackie.
Hey! Right.
To the utmost degree.
Why you say that?
I'm annoyed with him. Very annoyed with him.
All right. Listen, thank you for your...
Wait, Howard. Yes. Wait a minute. I don't get you on the phone too often. You on the internet? You get in?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Did you see that Pamela Anderson thing yet?
Yes, I saw the picture.
All right.
Better yet, I saw the pictures of... I was on the web the other day, and I saw pictures of Nicole and Ron with their
wait
a second. I saw a better one. I saw... It was a radio station's homepage.
Yeah.
I won't say what station because we're not on it. They had a picture of Kurt Cobain after he blew his face off.
Oh.
I
got the picture.
Don't need to be out there.
I got it. Want to see it?
No.
I'd like to see it.
Come down.
Hey, Howard. Let me,
I mean, his face is off.
Oh.
It's like laying on...
The face is laying where?
It's like next to him. It's so weird.
It's so crazy.
Swear to God.
So crazy, Howard. That's not real.
Oh, it is so real. It is so real.
Did you guys hear that?
What?
Goldman was hung like a mule.
I don't know anything about it, man. You know what? I can't even joke about that guy. I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't like the aesthetic.
Why do you do it?
Why do I do it? Chicks dig it.
Is that right?
Right?
You don't, Robin?
I wouldn't know if people had been shaving.
Hey, Robin.
No, I have shaved
Robin,
every
you like
part.
white guys or black guys better?
I like good people.
No, come on, white or black?
I don't make...
Answer the question, Ron.
I do not make a distinction.
What have you dated more of, white or black?
Black.
You have.
I find that hard to believe. I think you date Oriental men. Or Hindus.
Hindus, there you go.
You have dated more black. Since I know you, dated more black. I've seen you go for the occasional white man.
She goes for the white man. Anybody that'll go out with Penn and has a problem. Come on, Robin, what are you thinking?
Penn is a cool guy.
Hey, I remember that white guy you did in the Bahamas.
Oh, jeez.
Remember that?
Hey,
Oh, man.
Howard, would you ever like a woman in the dirtiest of places?
Oh, come on. I got to go.
What is wrong with you?
You're a sick guy. Where, in the mud? That's a good question, but... Anyway, go ahead, Robin.
Yes, I don't know how we got onto him.
Well, that was a good story, you got to admit.
I don't even know if it was true.
It's cool when people see O.J. It's cool to yell out Howard Stern and see what he does. And just say, hey, man, at least Howard's wife has her head.
Well, that's a good retort.
Yeah.
If he's going to call you an a-hole.
Right.
But yesterday I was watching Hard Copy, I think it was, and they said that O.J. has this flock of people around his gate all the time. And the other day he let some of them in. He came out, talked to some of them, let some of them in, and gave them a tour, a personal tour.
He must be cracking up.
One woman came out, and she was so overcome by the whole situation that she almost fainted when she came out. And then another woman was standing around the gate going, oh, my God, there he is. He has the sexiest walk.
I thought he has arthritis. Hey, my grandpa had that same walk.
That arthritic walk?
He couldn't get laid.
But isn't it interesting that O.J., women are still going, oh, wow, he's got a sexy walk.
Is that woman's name Marta?
Does he work at E? I don't know. Anyway, they say that O.J.
Disgraceful.
Got a little bit upset with the staring of Ron Goldman's father yesterday when he was in a room for the first time being grilled by the lawyers of the two victims, Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman.
Why do I have to look at Mr. Goldman's face?
Fred Goldman gets to sit in the room.
Since he's the guy filing the suit.
Sitting right across from O.J., and he can stare at him.
Why are you staring at me while I try to make up the truth?
Some accounts say that O.J. was a little shaken up by the harsh glare of Mr. Goldman.
Right.
Nobody could give us any real details of what was said. Transcripts will appear after the whole deposition is over. However, Fred Goldman did stop and talk to the press afterwards, and here's what he had to say.
I think there's been some very interesting things that have come up, but I'm really going to stop right here. But thank you all very, very much.
His lawyer says that he didn't find anything that O.J. said credible, and he also found a lot of inconsistencies in O.J.'s story so far.
The only reason there were inconsistencies is Mr. Goldman was staring at me. I would like to throw my wife's head at Mr. Goldman and knock him out. What do you think of that?
Goldman was also asked if how he felt sitting in the same room with O.J.
Let's just say I think you know what my feelings are, and it would be difficult to be in the same room.
What the hell does that mean? He seemed to be very into the fact that he was sitting with somebody so famous.
You think he's starstruck, huh, O.J.?
I told the lawyers, I will bowl you over with the truth and with Nicole's head.
necessary.
O.J. will be back in that today to continue his deposition.
I will blow you over with the truth.
You think that O.J. could sit down with somebody and come up with a story that wouldn't be so inconsistent?
Well, as someone said to me the other day, even on that videotape, he couldn't talk for 10 minutes without checking with a lawyer again.
Yeah. If you're telling a true story, what do you have to check with anybody for?
Just in case there are any inconsistencies in my own truth. It is possible I could be misquoted.
Now his lawyers are also saying they do not put any credence in the serial killer theory behind the deaths of Ron Goldman and Nicole Simpson.
Why, you do not believe that the serial killer went into my house and stole my shoes? My Norma Kamali's? Whatever they are?
Norma Kamali.
Bruno Mali. Rooney Malo? I don't believe it.
60,000 people showed up in Washington, D.C. for the anniversary of Roe versus Wade. Of course, they are opposed to it.
Roe v. Wade?
Yes, that was the Supreme Court case that made abortion legal. There were 60,000 women in Washington, or people in Washington yesterday, screaming that they want a woman's right more restricted by Congress.
You should have shot all those people.
Here is Norma McCorvey, the woman behind whom Roe versus Wade was waged. She has now gone over to the other side. She is totally anti-abortion, and here's what she had to say.
All I did was give my baby away so that other women could tear theirs apart. For this, I will never be able to look you in the face without shame.
Oh. Yeah, but you seem to be doing it. I just wish all the people who don't want to have abortions would die.
Oh.
That would be so great.
You know what? I just wish all the people who didn't want to have abortions just didn't have them. They act like they have to have them if it's available.
I guess. They're all nuts.
It's amazing to me. Go home. You don't have to have an abortion. Did you know, I thought this was rather interesting, that in New Jersey, incest is not illegal?
Oh, I know that. That's where I go to have my incest. My sister and I go to a motel in Jersey. She's pretty good. I bend her over the sink. I'm moving to Jersey, actually, did I tell you? With my whole family.
Now, stop that.
Me and my sister are moving to Jersey. Leaving my wife and kids in New York.
I couldn't believe that.
Oh, yeah, you can have incest in Jersey.
I don't know if I'm doing a good thing even by bringing that up. People might have thought it was illegal.
Yeah, I know a guy who wasn't having incest in New Jersey, and then when he heard it was legal, he went out and had sex with his mother.
I think that New Jersey ought to examine. Where's Christy Todd Whitman on that one? Certainly, that's an oversight.
No, that's no oversight.
Taken care of.
She's very attracted to her father. In fact, I stop in Newark for condoms on my way over to the hotel. To drive by.
Oh, goodness.
I actually shop in Newark. I'm one of the few white people willing to. Black skin doesn't scare me. I buy my condoms there when I go to have sex with my sister.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. She's pretty good. Did I say that? Yeah, you can do that in Jersey. No one can. In fact, I do it on public streets. I'm proud.
I think it's against the law to have sex in public, but just, you know.
Yeah, that I'm afraid of. There's a law I'm worried about. But, yeah, I buy my condoms in Newark. Did I mention that? I think more white people ought to shop in Newark. Stop being so scared of black skin.
Really? Are you on some kind of a campaign?
I want us all to get along. Buy your condoms in Newark when you're on your way to the house to have sex with your sister. My sister's got a really big chest. She's a C cup.
New Jersey and you, perfect together.
Yeah. I'm moving there. Did I mention that? I'm building a house.
Not for any particular reason.
To have more incest. My sister. Although my mom is really good in bed.
Oh, stop it.
But she doesn't want to travel to Jersey.
You two had to break off your relationship, huh?
Yeah. In fact, they're naming one of the turnpike exits after incest. Did you know that?
Now, who is Ron Gallagher? Is he the Gallagher, or is he Gallagher 2?
That's the brother of Gallagher, the comedian.
Do you see in the newspaper that they say that a Union Township man lost his sense of taste and smell when he was struck in the head by a large wooden mallet wielded by Ron Gallagher?
Does anyone tell anyone Ron Gallagher that's not the act? See, Gallagher's this comedian who smashes watermelons on stage.
Yeah.
And he sold his act to his brother, Ron Gallagher.
Right.
And he goes around as Ron Gallagher, and I guess part of the act is to smash the watermelons with a mallet, but you're not supposed to hit the audience in the head with the mallet. But
yeah, that raincoat won't protect you from the mallet.
Yeah, I think he's trying to develop his own shtick.
Oh, so now he's throwing the mallet?
You miss the watermelon, you hit the audience in the head. By the way, Gallagher 3, did you know there's a younger brother? He threw up on a toll taker. The watermelon was in the car.
So apparently they have now settled with the guy who lost his sense of taste and smell. He had to pay him $750,000.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of money.
The incident occurred in West Orange in 1993.
Oh, my goodness.
The guy says that he permanently lost the ability to taste and smell and suffered other injuries after being struck in the head by a mallet when it slipped from Gallagher's hands during an August 18th performance.
So he can't smell or taste?
He also lost business on account of the injuries.
Wow.
So there you have it.
I need that injury. I'd be good at oral sex if I lost my ability to taste and smell. The ideal lover.
So you got to be careful at those Gallagher performances.
I heard Gallagher the Fourth poked a guy's eyes out at one of his appearances. That happened by accident, though.
Rascals, the comedy club, paid a small portion of the settlement, but I guess the lion's share was paid by Gallagher because he was negligent.
I see. Negligent. Guy, poor bastard, just smashing a watermelon.
Well, he should have known better because a month before he actually hit somebody, the mallet had flown out of his hand.
Oh, my.
And went into the audience, but no one got hurt because a patron managed to catch it.
Oh, he was lucky.
So he was having this problem.
With a mallet. Is it that important to smash a watermelon on stage?
Continue to do the act.
Guy really loves his act. Is it really that important to smash that watermelon?
Didn't he come in here and say he's not allowed to smash the watermelon?
Yeah, now I see why.
He claimed that Gallagher wouldn't let him do it. In Port of Spain, Trinidad, a Trinidadian woman was sentenced on Friday to 7 years hard labor after a jury found her guilty of cutting off her husband's penis.
Oh, that's negligent.
She did it with a kitchen knife in 1992.
Probably cost her a dime.
She claimed during the trial that she did not mean to cut off her husband's penis and had done it accidentally after struggling with him over the knife when he tried to have sex with her against her will.
Oh, come on.
But her husband, Rashid Muhammad, testified that he was unconscious from an epileptic fit when the attack occurred.
That's so wrong. It's hard enough to have an epileptic attack.
And then
to lose your penis. Maybe she was using his penis to keep his tongue from...
Yes, she needed something to stick in his mouth.
Yeah, he didn't want to swallow his tongue.
Never go buckle. First aid.
Oh, dear. They say that the organ was never recovered.
Oh, my. Jackie's dog ate it. Let's take a break, Robin, then we can finish up the news and be out of here on time.
All right.
All right. I'll be back right after this.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. It's The Howard Stern Show. He's Howard.
All right. So, Robin, what else is in the news?
All right, quickly wrapping up. I didn't bring this up the other day, but producer Don Simpson, who worked with a partner for many years in Hollywood and produced films like Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
Died over the weekend, and
hey, what did he ever do for me?
They found him collapsed in his home. There's a question as to whether drugs may have had anything to do with it. They say that Mr. Simpson was a perfect example of sex, drugs, and life in the fast lane.
Yeah! Hey, at least he died with a smile on his face.
So they'll be doing an autopsy, and I'm sure we'll be hearing the results. A few weeks before, at some point, some other friend of his died on the grounds of his property not long ago.
What's going on over there?
I don't know. But anyway, they say that he had refused to go into rehab, and now he's gone at the age of 52. His partner had dumped him because I guess he was just so out of control he could no longer work with him.
Got tired of it, Robin.
couldn't take it anymore. You know?
Right.
He bailed on it. So anyway, that's what's going on there. There's a new book out by some former prostitutes in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot of buzz here of late. I think we got to get a hold of that and maybe see about interviewing some of these women. They're actually naming names.
Gary,
And Mr.
get them on.
Simpson's name appears in the book. Don Simpson's name.
Oh, Don Simpson.
Well, yeah, and they said they described him as rather sadomasochistic.
Yeah.
Yeah! Helen Goldsby has announced a press conference for this afternoon. Helen Goldsby is the current Miss New York.
That's your buddy. You know who she hired for a lawyer?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? He called me yesterday, and I couldn't get him. I couldn't call him back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dominic.
Well, she had the Miss New York State pageant, and she feels that she's being wronged. They want to give her title to the first runner-up, claiming that she can no longer fulfill her duties. She claims that she has done nothing to violate her contract. So now she will be holding a press conference this afternoon to announce a lawsuit.
Dominic loves this stuff. I think she's wrong.
Against the Miss New York and Miss America pageants.
I think she's wrong.
She'll be holding a press conference this afternoon. Well,
but I'd like to interview her about it.
yeah, I'm sure. Why don't you talk to Dominic? Yeah. He's now...
No, I was too busy. I was watching Batman cartoons on Fox Television yesterday.
No, you couldn't interrupt that.
Her only duty as Miss New York State is to be available. She's not available.
How do you know? How do you know what her duties are?
I know what her duties are, believe me. Trust me, it's not a complicated issue. But anyway, Dominic is her attorney now, and
Dominic says that they're wrong.
Isn't it ironic she hired an attorney the size of New York State? And she is Miss New York State?
Maybe that's why she was attracted to her.
Right.
Just like the state, Dominic.
Hey, you're the shape of New York State.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And finally this morning, a New York Post columnist in an unsourced story says comedian George Burns is near death. Oh, Jackie, stop enjoying yourself. So
Maybe now I'll get somewhere.
does that mean Jackie goes up on the comedian ladder?
He's one higher.
Now I'll get some of his work.
Get out of the way! Cindy Adams reports that Burns, who turned 100 on Saturday, is too weak to eat and that there's a chance he'll be put on intravenous feedings soon.
It's about time. Cindy Adams is such a sick woman. I read that column. Her whole column is George Burns ought to die already. It's time for George to go. They ought to put Joey Adams' name in there. Someone ought to read that back to her with Joey's name in it.
I was going to say, couldn't you say that about Joey?
Right.
Her husband?
Of course.
But they say there's a debate among his close friends about whether that should be done. That, he should not be fed, I guess.
Feed the bastard. Imagine that the dopey friends are debating whether George Burns should be fed. Yes, George Burns, I bet he'd want to be fed. Who wants to die hungry? What is this, China?
Is he an orphan?
Yeah, what, are they going to starve him to death?
Well, it's, I guess, the intravenous. They're questioning whether they should go and do anything like that.
Of course. You don't want to die hungry.
Wait a minute.
No, hunger is different. It's different.
And you have one set of rules for Christopher Reeve and
Yes.
another set of rules for
George Burns.
George Burns.
Yes. George Burns, if you feed him, he might come back to life.
I don't think so.
Christopher Reeve was dead.
George has lived quite long enough, don't you think?
Oh,
George still wants to go horseback riding. He wants to do steeplechase. He has a lot left to do.
So anyway, that's what's happening.
As the great Vince Lombardi once said, there's still so many things to accomplish. Thank you. It's at least possible that George could be fed and get up and walk. Christopher Reeve has no hope of doing that. All right. Robin, thank you so much for the news and all of your excellent reporting. The Excellence in Reporting Golden Globe Award goes to Robin Quivers. Congratulations on your date to Dennis Rodman. Jackie Penthouse, Joke Page, Martling. Are you going to the game tonight?
Yes.
Boy, you are like into the whole thing. You're into the whole thing. It's all good. Don't go there, girl. Jackie Penthouse, Joe Page, Martling, get his filthy 2-hour video, The Very Wild Stump the Joke Man, only $15 plus $4 shipping and handling. Super Bowl special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. I wonder when you walk into Madison Square Garden tonight, will they play your music?
Oh.
As you walk in
It
triumphant.
would only be so wonderful if they did.
As you walk in triumphant. Robin. Anyway, Saturday night, February 10th, you'll be at Historic Club in A. I'm sure to go see Jackie in Sayreville, New Jersey. For info and order. Why don't you go there, Robin?
Jackie doesn't invite me.
For information and to order Sergeant Pecker, call 516-9221.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know what it is? He wants to be there on his own.
Well, it would entail giving me a free ticket, too.
Oh, that's true. Don't miss King Norris Unplugged at South Beach this Saturday on 2nd and 34th. That's Fred's band, King Norris. King Norris is sure to come. Don't miss Boy Gary on Super Bowl Sunday. He's going to be hosting that Real Men Don't Watch pregame show available on pay-per-view. Call your local cable operator. They must have been hard up for a host. Dee Snider's SMFs will be performing a night of Twisted Sister music this Friday night, January 26th at the Agora Ballroom in Cleveland, Ohio, and this Saturday, January 27th at Shades in Deerfield, Illinois. Go get 'em, D. If you're planning a wedding or party, you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. We'll see you tomorrow.
Most people think marriage is for the birds.